Rafferty. I'm a qualified primary teacher, but I specialise in early years education. I have been working internationally for 5 years in Dubai and in Budapest, and before that I worked in London. So I studied a BA in primary education with QTS, so from that I got my qualified teacher status, and within my course I could choose 2 specialist subjects, and I chose early years and drama, and then you receive your QTS, and when you go into schools you have to do a NQT year, which is your newly qualified teacher year, and then after that you receive your induction certificate, your full QTS, and now you're a qualified teacher. You have to do that first year as well. So I started in Hayes, Middlesex as a reception teacher. I did 2 years with them, and it was a multi-academy trust, so it was 5 schools and growing under one umbrella, it was a very, very large school as well, one of the biggest that I've ever seen, 150 plus kids per year group. So big cohort of kids, big team as well. Then I decided I wanted to move abroad and work for international education. So I got a position with Nord Anglia Education and moved to Dubai to open their new school there. And initially I planned on doing a 2-year contract, but loved it so much I stayed for 3 years. And within that time I worked for 2 years in reception, which is 4 to 5 year olds. And then I did a year in nursery, which was 3 to 4 year olds. So then I decided I wanted to move to Europe for a bit of a change of setting and to explore a different part of the world. And I specifically wanted to work at this British School of Budapest, the British International School of Budapest, because their early years centre has a very good reputation and it's led by a fantastic practitioner called Emma Pickering, and I specifically wanted to work with her and her team. And then recently I've moved back to England, and I'm going to be working freelance and kind of exploring lots of different options and kind of looking for gaining some personal professional development in different settings. I had some really inspirational teachers at my primary school and my secondary school who I kind of just wanted to be them. And I've always worked with children. I've always, through my teens had babysitting, nannying roles, some childcare, and or summer camp, for example. Always enjoyed spending time with children and learning from them. And then I would say probably since primary school I was set on becoming a teacher, and then I just worked towards that. The kids, they're so amazing and so funny and unique, and every single child brings with them their own energy and their own experiences. They're the most important part of it. They're the best part of it. Otherwise, why would you be a teacher? You have to be really, really flexible. Something can change very last minute, and you have to just be able to go with the flow. You'll have a timetable for your class, but there'll always be something happening that means you have to adjust your plans, and you just have to be able to cope with that. So definitely flexibility. You need a really good sense of humour. Kids are so funny, they say the funniest things, and you need to be able to laugh at yourself, you need to be able to laugh at the children, with the children, sometimes at them, and you'll be working in a team, a big community. A staff room of teachers is a very wide range of people, and you need to be able to get along with everybody. You have to have a good sense of humour and a positive attitude. you're the one in charge just immediately. So I had a couple of days inset training to meet the team and set up my classroom and to get some resources ready. But when you open the door and the kids come in, and then it's kids and families too, it's really scary. And they have a lot of questions to ask as well, which is natural. And you might not know everything yet. You might not know the day that PE is on. You have to be able to be like, stay calm and recognise that you don't know everything. You're at the front of the class, you know, the kids might be playing or they might be sitting on the carpet in front of you, and suddenly you're the one that they're all listening to. So it's a scary first few days, and you're kind of full of adrenaline the first few days. And actually I still get that when I meet a new class. The first few weeks are really important. You have to be really strict on your boundaries and on your rules, otherwise you're setting yourself up for a really difficult year. So the first few weeks are all about, you know, cementing your place at the front of the class and in the role of the teacher, despite how nervous you're feeling about starting the job. Early years is a very sensitive age group. You might have 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and for the parents, that's the first time their parents might be leaving them and going into a setting. Maybe they haven't been to a nursery before. So you have to really be sensitive with the parents as well and understand that they're going through a big change too, and just respect that. I think just do all the experience that you can. Work in as many, you know, volunteer or work in as many schools as you can, and different settings and different kind of styles of schools, and just know what you're going into. So give yourselves the opportunity to see a class in action.